Welcome into the In the Money podcast for Saturday, April 21st at Keeneland. I'm Tom Leach, along with Keeneland's Director of Wagering Development, Jim Goodman, as we take a look at the Grade 2 Dixiana Elkhorn, the featured race, 9th race on the Saturday card. It's a 1.5 miles on the turf and a nice full field in this one, Jim. And I thought, it's a race where there were several viable contenders. Who did you land on?
Yeah, it seems like we say that a lot when we talk about the feature races. This is the last Saturday of the meet. Hard to believe that's going to happen. Hopefully we'll catch some good weather. It's supposed to be in the mid-60s, so hopefully this will be the best Saturday that we've had. The bar is set awfully low with the weather the last couple of Saturdays. So I went to it's in the post here. He ships out from Santa Anita for Jeff Mullins and has won 3 in a row since running 7th in the Breeders' Cup turf, but only 5 lengths behind Talismanic and Beach Patrol and Highland Reel. So he's come back since that time and won 3 in a row on the West Coast at Santa Anita, and has won here at Keeneland. Last year, won the Elkhorn. So the defending champ looks like that he's in good shape to defend his title. There's a lot of other viable alternates in here, but Hayabusa won. Ran right behind him at Santa Anita and almost caught him in that 1.5 miles. First time that he had been 1.5 miles. So you think he'll move up a little bit. And I think the 10 and the 12, it's hard to separate those, although I would give it's in the post just a slight edge there. Tyler Bays comes in to ride. Espinosa comes in to ride for Hayabusa 1. So a couple of West Coast riders. I think the 3-horse Call Provision for Chad Brown, we were just talking before we started recording. If you leave Chad Brown's horses out of any race, you're crazy, because every horse is fired. I don't think he's had a race where a horse has run badly. He's 8 for 17 going into I think Thursday's card at Keeneland. So with 3 seconds and 2/3, so he's been in the money with every horse, and I think Call Provision will be no exception. Oscar nominated for Mike Maker, I think, has a shot, and the way Ferran Giroux's been riding, I'm going to throw Hunter O'Reilly in there with a chance. I don't know that I'm going to use him in the pick 4, but he's run well here in the past. Got a couple of triple-digit buyers last summer at Saratoga. Might need a race here, but Hunter O'Reilly, I think, fits as well. Bullard's Alley, you can make a case for. One Go All Go, you can make a case for. So I think I'm going to stick with a top couple in here, but past that, I think anybody could get in the trifecta.
I thought the 2 Californians looked really good in here, and I'm going to try to beat the defending champ with Hayabusa 1. His horse is in top form, and it's the 4th start off a long layoff, so maybe rounding into his best. Last time was his first try at 1.5 miles, but the thing I like most is how impressively this horse won in his only start over the track. And when you've won here before, that's usually a good angle on the turf. So I'm going to try to beat the favorite with the 12. It's in the post is very strong. And then Call Provision, I think, just out of respect for Chad Brown, is a must-use in there, too, in multi-race wagers. Some in TMA intrigues me a little bit in here because he ran really well here last spring and then went on and won the Louisville Handicap. And we was talking with Kenny McPeak for the Today at Keeneland show, and he said he thought the horse was as good as it was last spring. So if that's the case, he's got a shot. But Hayabusa 1's going to be my win pick in here, and in the pick 4, I think I'm going to stick with those 4 that I mentioned. If I went one more deep, it would be Oscar nominated. The pick 4 starts in the 7th race. Non-winners of 2 allowance. 3-year-old fillies going 6 furlongs. They got an allowance race in the 8th, a maiden race for 3-year-olds in the 10th. So take us through your pick 4, Jim.
All right, first leg, the allowance race. I went 5 deep here. I think my pick is going to be for Ben Colebrook, the 3-horse Enrage. Coming out of a couple of Laurel Stakes races and dropping back into allowance company. And last time that she was in allowance company, she ran well at Churchill on an optional $75,000. So I think she's going to be my pick in here. But I also like Everyone Loves Jimmy. Got to pick that horse because of its name. Anybody named Jim has to pick that horse. Then Joe Sharp's Smart Response, one easy win at Fairgrounds, and brought him back in a optional 50 and went off at 3-5 and had a terrible start. So I think Smart Response, there's no way that she's going to be 6-1. Morning line is probably a little bit high. Mermaid of Honor, the 8 for Robert O'Connor, who's kind of a sneaky trainer, doesn't have many horses left, but he has them ready. And Wesley Ward, I would throw Senzate in here with Garcia up, just because Wesley's been doing well this meet, running 33%. So I'm going to go probably 5 deep there. I'm also going to use Black Agnes for Joel Rosario, easy winner first time out at Turfway. So I'm going to go 2, 3, 8, 9, 10 in the first leg. Second leg, I'm going to take a stand with One Liner for Todd Pletcher. Horses run against much, much better company, including Mind Your Biscuits, Royal Copy. The last race came back live with Mind Your Biscuits running in that optional claimer at Gulfstream at 7 furlongs. And I think One Liner, that with that one under his belt, stands out here. I would also, we're getting a bigger ticket, I would use Senior Investment from the outside for King of the Peak. But I'm going to stand with One Liner here, only the one horse. In the 9th race that we just talked about, the Elkhorn, I'm going to run 5 horses, 2, 3, 8, 10, 12. Oscar-nominated, Call Provision, Hunter O'Reilly. It's in the post, and Hayabusa 1. So that's 5 deep there. And the last leg is maiden special weight, 6 furlongs. That there's a couple horses you can toss in here. I'm going to use 5 here. Mac Jagger, the 3. Rafi Town, the 4 for Barclay Tag. Eisenstadt, the 5. King of the Court, first-time starter for Barbara Minshaw and Giroux. And just like Richie, probably would be my pick. I don't like the 0 for 11, but I like a horse coming back second time in the meet. And he ran opening weekend and ran a good second, and they obviously got him back in here before the meet with only a 2-week rest. But I like just like Richie as well. So my pick 4 ticket is 2, 3, 8, 9, 10 with 1, with 2, 3, 8, 10, 12, with 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, and it's $62.50.
7th race, I'm going to use 4 horses. I thought this was a pretty well-matched group. My win pick is Enrage. Has won here before, and a little bit of a class drop, but I thought Smart Response looks really good. 82 buyer in the debut, and then caught trouble in the subsequent race. So if he runs back to that 82 buyer, or she does, that could be very tough. Navajo down on the inside, ran in a grade 3 stake as a 2-year-old, so I think that one catches your eye. And everyone loves Jimmy, as just in a couple of starts has been impressive. So I'm going to use all 4 of those, 1, 3, 9, 10. In the 8th race, I'm certainly going to use One Liner, but Pletcher's been so cold. I'm going to throw in some others as well. Closing Bell for Mott. Mott's are obviously really good off the layoff, and I think this horse has some class, so I'm going to try that one. In fact, I'm going to make that one just a shaky win pick in there. Senior Investment I like. If he was at a better post, I'd like him more. And Nigon's Edge, I'm going to throw that one in as well, the 2 horse. So 1, 2, 9, 10 there. In the feature, I'm going to use Hayabusa 1. It's in the post, Call Provision, and some in TMA. So 12, 10, 3, 1. And then in the last leg, I'm going to stand with 2. Just like Richie, I'm like you with that race over the track. That's an important angle. And that was a big old buyer jump up for this horse, about 10 points last time. That was a really good race for this horse versus his previous career efforts. And coming right back on the same track, if he can run back to that race, he's going to be awfully tough to beat. And I think you'll get a decent price because of the connections. But Eisenstadt, I thought, beat half the field in a good maiden race. The winner is an Asmussen horse that's a stakes winner already. So the 5 looks really strong. I'm just going to take those 2 and stand with those 2 in the last leg. So 1, 3, 9, 10 with 1, 2, 9, 10 with 1, 3, 10, 12 with 5, 9. Better be an outside post day for me, sounds like. So that's my pick 4 ticket. Best of luck on the Saturday card. And we'll be back for Sunday's edition of the In the Money podcast. And if you're a Keeneland Select listener, that's the Keeneland Select Appreciation Day. So still have time to sign up if you're listening to this, right, Jim?
Yeah, if you want to come, the RSVP deadline was actually as we're recording this on Thursday. But if somebody hears this and wants to come out, please give us an email. Just shoot me an email at jgoodman@keeneland.com or mbrown@keeneland.com and give us an RSVP so we can plan on prizes. And first prize is a 60-inch flat screen smart TV, and we're going to give away some betting vouchers and some other goodies as well.
That'll be on Sunday, and I'll be there to MC. We're going to have a handicapping chat with Mike Maloney. So some good stuff on Sunday for Keeneland Select Appreciation Day. Best of luck with your Saturday wagers. This is the In the Money podcast for KeenelandSelect.com.